What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and we're back once again. I'm here to give you my reactions to Michigan's performance week 2 against UNLV after winning week 1 against East Carolina, and I'll give you a little bit of around the country, my takes. But we're here talking about the week 2 slate. But first and foremost, like I said, we're here to talk about Michigan. Not a lot to say though. Michigan wins 35-7 against the undermanned UNLV team. Now the problem here with Michigan is they looked efficient. They looked good. They got up 35-7, 35-0 before UNLV was able to get a score late in the fourth quarter. Michigan had their third and fourth stringers. They got a lot of guys in that game. The only thing I'm concerned about is the stats didn't look sexy. I know JJ was efficient, 22 for 25, 2 touchdowns. Both Jerome and Wilson puts him at 5 for the year. Blake had 80 yards on 3 touchdowns. The numbers just don't look sexy. I know Michigan. I was hoping Michigan could get 40 points on the board, but they did not. A lot of the other teams around the country have been able to run the score up. Even Penn State scored 63 yesterday. Florida State was able to run the score yesterday. Man, some of these teams, Colorado was able to run the score yesterday, but it's just not looking sexy. So I think Michigan needs to. I just don't think they have a sense of urgency to just handle the business and do what they need to do. No one's getting hurt. I think that's the key. But as later as the season goes on, I need to see the explosives. I need to continue to see them put their foot on the gas. I want to see 40 points on the board. Maybe I'm asking for too much, but I'm not. But, UNLV is not a good team, and then they play Bowling Green next week as well. So that's a night game as well. So Bowling Green's not a good team anyway, so they'll handle them easily. I think they're cruising. Like I said, they're not going to impress anybody. I told a friend of mine, he's a Florida State fan, the same thing, because he was telling me how Florida State was able to run it up. And I think Michigan's just being efficient, and they're hoping nobody gets hurt as they cruise through these games. So get some of these guys some experience and get them going. Some of the freshmen going, Jair Hill going. Keon Sykes playing well. He started the last couple games. I know Rod Moore's been out. But although Michigan did what they needed to do, they won. Hasn't looked sexy. I just want to see them look a little more explosiveness and blow teams out and just get up 30-0 quick. Like USC scored 21 points in the first quarter last night against Stanford. Stanford's not a good team, but let Michigan do that. But like I said, they did what they're supposed to do. I'm just nitpicking, but I just want to see this team reach its full capability when it matters most. Like I said, they got Bowling Green next week, and you got a couple games coming up after that. So it's just we're gonna see what we get from this team. But it's not a whole lot to take away from. The stats weren't sexy. Roman had all the good plays. I mean, Donovan Edwards only had 6 carries for 9 yards. It's not really much to do it. Roman Wilson had 4 catches. Cornelius Jones had 5. I need to see some of these younger guys getting like Tyler Morris. I need to see Darius Clemens. I need to see Frederick Moore. Just get some of these young guys in, and I expect them to be able to do that coming up in this next game. But we'll see. It's on the Bowling Green next week. Then you got home versus Rutgers. Jim Harbaugh's first game back from the self-game imposed suspension. Sherman Moore came back yesterday, which was good. Mike Hart did a good job as the acting head coach. So we'll see what the schedule goes. Like I said, Michigan got the job done. I can't really complain too much. They did what they needed to do. Now let's switch gears real quick. Quick news around the country. Some of the big stories around the country yesterday. As we all know, Colorado got Deion's first home win. Colorado's 2-0, doubled up their win total from last year. So Dorian Sanders has looked phenomenal. He's thrown for over 900 yards in 2 games. So Colorado's looking good. They got Colorado State next week, and then they got a home meet with Oregon. So we're gonna be able to tell. But Deion's doing a great job up there in Boulder. It's rocking down there. And let's talk about yesterday. Texas goes on the road and beats Alabama. Yes. A rematch from last year when Alabama escaped. Quinn Ewers got hurt, but Texas looked on point yesterday. Quinn Ewers was throwing the money on the dime. Defense did good. Pick Jalen Milroe off a few times. Bama suffers a home loss. I don't think this is a vintage Bama team. The quarterback play is really struggling. The offensive line is good, but Texas was able to go in there and win and beat Alabama and beat Nick Saban in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Also, Florida State wins. Penn State wins. Not a whole lot. The whole top 15 won. North Carolina won in double overtime against Appalachian State in a great game. This quarterback play in the country has been phenomenal with Michael Penix, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Drew Allard. JJ's been efficient. Ohio State finally got it on the board, so they looked 35-7, looked efficient over Youngstown State. Georgia cruised easily over Ball State. Let's see, Tennessee struggled early with Joe Milton. Former U of M quarterback won. They got the job done. They beat Austin Peay. Notre Dame, after a rain delay, weather delay. And NC State won. Sam Hartman looking good. I said Texas Quinniers is looking good. Utah escaped barely, put Nate Johnson in finally over the other walk-on quarterback. Man, he was terrible. Escaped. Oregon wins on a pick six. Tyler Shug threw in. They survived. LSU destroyed Grambling. K-State beat Troy. It's looking good right now. Some of these schedules is great. So, we're going to start getting the conference play here real soon. And I'm going to shout out to my other hometown team in the state, our rival, Michigan State won. They beat Richmond. FCS school dominated that game. So we'll see. That thing's going to be a formidable opponent. So we'll see, man. 45-14 for Michigan State. So we'll see what's happening, man. We're ready to go. College football season's in gear. We got another good slate of games next week. Michigan will be at home, like I said, against Bowling Green. So we'll see, man. I'll be back next week to talk about these Michigan Wolverines. I'm sure Jim Harbaugh will get on the podium tomorrow and have some stuff to say. But it's been a great week, 2 of football in Go Blue. Like I always say, man, 2-0, man. We're going to keep pushing. And it's a national championship or bust for this team this year, man. I have a lot of expectations, very high, man. Hey, everybody have a great day. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.